Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed here and welcome to Remembrance. This is the story of a woman named Kim who wakes up in a bizarre place with only hazy memories of her past and how she got there. Got where? Where we are right now? Who knows? Together with a strange magic-wielding entity named Jessie, that's a bit suspicious already, she sets out in, not the name but just how the magic-wielding, she sets out in search of what she's lost, as well as to complete the mission assigned to her that, in Jess's words, is out of utmost importance. As she recovers and reflects on the memories of her life, however, Kim quickly realizes that some of the more powerful feelings and impressions in her mind, despite their nostalgic familiarity, doesn't match up with any of her memories. Estimated playtime 3 to 4 hours. Oh, knowing me, this is probably going to be like 6 or 7. So this is a RPG adventure horror game with a bit of fantasy and dark within it. I'm just going by the tags of what RPG Maker says. Right, let's go into this tale. This game contains potentially sensitive content and thus is unsuitable for children or for people with nervous dispositions. Of course. For more information regarding the specifics of the potentially sensitive content in this game, please refer to the content warnings.txt file in the game folder. Actually, let me just pull it up right now for your convenience, just in case if you don't like any of these. Okay. Remembrance also contains abusive relationships, adult language, which is swearing, bullying, child neglect, death, emotional abuse, manipulation, PTSD, and I won't say this last one, but SA. Hopefully you'll be able to know the acronym of that one. Okie dokie, let's continue. So if you don't like any of those content warnings, then I suggest clicking off this video right now would be recommended. But let's get into the tale. By selecting the yes option, you are agreeing to be exposed to potentially sensitive content. Okay, as long as it's not visual, if it's visual, then we might need to do some censoring. Dinner time. Yes. For the optimal gameplay experience, please wear headphones while playing. The speed of the text was important for the content warning. To save your game, select the save option from the pause menu, then select the desired save slot. You can save your game at any time. So please be sure to do this so often. It's nice that the developers put like a hint towards how you can actually save the game. Please refer to the readme.txt file in the game folder for additional such information about how to play the game as desired or necessary. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. But we're going to go into this blind. So, is this Kim or is this Jessie? Jess. Ugh, my head hurts. And we're on a platform within the sky. Is this Super Smash Brothers? I'm joking. Oh. Nice player model. 2003. Where even am I? Is this a dream? Yo, is this Nick? I'm joking. Is this a dream? Hi, you must be Jess. Hello. Hello there. It's so good to finally see you. I've been waiting and wondering about when you would appear for quite some time now. Wait, what? You were expecting me? Who are you? What's going on here? I completely forgot to introduce myself. I do hope you'll forgive my rudeness. My name is Jessie. Jess. Whichever one it is, 1 or 2. What might your name be? I'm Kimberly, though I prefer Kim. Where exactly is this place, Jessie? Also, do you happen to know anything about how I ended up here? I can't really seem to remember. Why? We're above the sky, of course. Above the sky? You mean we're in heaven, or some place in between? I mean, it certainly looks like we're very high up in the sky, but above the sky would be outer space, right? What is outer space? Yeah, we're in space. We're always in space. No matter which part of the world we're in, we're always in space. Well, I don't necessarily mind explaining to you, but you've never heard of it before. But my curiosity got the better of me, even though I should be answering your questions right now. Please excuse me. You are here, Kim, because you've been specifically selected for a mission of the utmost importance. That is to say, you're the chosen one. What on earth are you talking about? Yeah, we're not on Earth. We're above the sky. What sort of mission could I possibly have been chosen for that would result in me suddenly waking up in a strange place like this? I'm sorry, but none of what you've told me so far is adding up. Then again, I'd probably be able to make a little more sense of all this were my head not pounding. I'm doing a royal job to botching this right up, aren't I? I do apologise if I overwhelmed me, especially since you just woke up. How does this sound? If you come along with me, we'll discuss all the various details as you become more oriented. Okay. Would that be alright with you? I feel like I don't really have all that much of a choice here. Why, of course you have a choice. You're under no obligation whatsoever to listen to me, to come with me, or even to accept the mission. Were you to do any of those things, it would be entirely by your own choice. But if I refused, I'd simply be stuck here with nowhere to go, wouldn't I? If she refused, would she be... I suppose she could... or... no. Perhaps a list of alternate options is somewhat shorter than I imagined. What are you doing? What are you talking about? Who are you talking to? Somehow I'm not surprised. In any case, I'm sorry for being so irritable. I'm just a bit on edge between waking up in this unfamiliar place and nursing this nasty headache. Not that that excuses it, but yeah. For now, I suppose I'll take you up on that offer to have you explain things as we go along. I'm delighted to hear it. So that you're aware, we'll be descending down to the surface by way of the flashing teleportation panels that you'll find underground. Roger that. Wait, did you say teleportation? Yes, I did. As they're activated by pressure, merely stepping on them is sufficient to make use of them. Please follow me. I'm pretty sure, Jess, that as a magic user, you are the one who is activating the teleportations. Please follow me. You know very well that I could just go another way. Like, you mean over here? This one over here, right? Status. We've got nothing. Then how are we not... okay. How are we not being censored of all this? Save. Absolutely. Hi. I feel sick now. Okay, yeah. This has to be a dream. Did you say something, Kim? Oh, no. I was just thinking aloud. So, can you tell me more about this mission that I've been chosen to do? Ah, yes, you've been chosen by the supreme deities to restore the 3 beacons of hope which sit atop the towers of remembrance. What? I suppose it's not pressing for you to understand these specific details right at this moment, so we could cover that part of it later on. To be brief, your mission will entail reactivating the protective hope lamps here that have been extinguished. Reactivating the hope lamps? To be honest, I'm pretty doubtful that I'm the best pick of this mission. I'm not exactly a very hopeful person. Don't worry, Kim. I'm sure that were you truly a poor candidate, you wouldn't be selected. Don't you agree? I guess. I'd hope so, at least. No pun intended. All the same, we shouldn't I forgot how to say this name. Doodle? Please follow me. I was trying to say dwindle. We shouldn't dwindle in this place. No, wait for me. Oh, what's with these teleportation pads? That's gonna take getting used to. Hey, Jesse, can we just slow down for a second, please? You've been rushing to get started, but I still barely have any idea about where this place is, how I got here, or what I'm even supposed to do. I mean, if this is a dream, then I guess that'd be part of the course. Either way, I feel like death warmed over right now. So do you mind if we just stop here for a minute or two? A dream? Oh, how I wish that's all it were. I apologise, Kim. I should have taken a moment to explain things more carefully. Clearly, I was worried I would overwhelm you if I told you about this too early on. If you were trying not to overwhelm me, I've got some bad news for you. Spit it out already. What's going on? Is this a dream, or, regrettably, this isn't a dream? You've died. Are you messing with me right now? No, I'm not. Again, I sincerely wish this were all nothing more than a dream. You're serious? Oh my god. Are you serious? Oh my god. I'm dead? Although your physical body has died, it's not wholly appropriate to say that you're dead, as you might have gathered from your presence here. This place is not the afterlife, but is instead a midpoint of sorts between your Earth and the afterlife proper. But don't despair, Kim. You can earn a second chance at life. If you accomplish the mission for which you've been chosen, I'm sure the supreme deities would happily bring you back to life in exchange. I see. So much for having a choice. This teleporter behind me here is the final one. Once we press through it, we will at last arrive at the surface, and your mission will truly begin. Lamentably, the surface has become highly treacherous to traverse, especially alone and unarmed. If you would have me, I'll gladly accompany you on your mission and provide as much assistance to you as I can muster. Please allow me to provide you with a weapon for self-defense at least. Received Iron Trident. What's this? A trident? Kim? Oh, sorry. I got wrapped up in my thoughts for a second there. There's just something about this trident that feels familiar. Not with the trident itself, I mean, but with its shape and design, and the feeling of its weight in my hands. This is only a faint and fleeting impression, mind you, but it almost feels like I've owned a trident very similar to this one before. But it's weird. Despite how hazy my memories are at the moment, I'm still pretty sure that I've never used or even seen a trident before, and yet, why does it feel so familiar? Sorry. I almost got lost in my thoughts again. I don't mind to keep rambling on about something so weird. Oh, that's quite alright, Kim. Truthfully, I find it very curious. In any case, why do I need a weapon? Is someone going to attack me? Who in the world would want to stop me from trying to give people hope? Not who, but what? None but the deities themselves know what they are or where they come from. We call them the enemies of hope. They'll undoubtedly do everything in their power to stop you by force, even if it means certain death for them. Wait, what? I'm gonna have to fight to the death against them? Yes, unfortunately. But I don't have any combat training. Hell, I've never been in a fight. I won't stand a chance. What about that feeling of familiarity with the trident you mentioned before? I really don't think a vague, ethereal sense of familiarity is going to help me very much in a fight. Is the window open? It is open. It just feels very warm in here. That aside, I'd very much appreciate it if you come along with me, Jesse. If I'm going to have to fight, then I'll need all the help I can get. It would be my pleasure. I'm proud to say that I'm a capable healer, so please don't hesitate to let me know if you need healing. Oh, my goodness, how could I have been so scatterbrained? Let me help you with a headache and sore throat of yours, please. Ooh. Wow. That. Oh, damn it! That actually felt very good. Thank you, Jess. You're ever so welcome, Kim. Before we depart, if you want to take a moment to practice fighting using my shrine, I'd be happy to help you. You have the option to view a brief tutorial of the battle system that explains the game's combat, as well as the usage of special skills and the game's non-standard status conditions. I suppose so. It won't hurt. Wait, we're fighting Kim? This is the battle screen. Whenever you enter a battle, you'll first be presented with the following 3 options. Fight, auto, which is something I would never do, and escape. Selecting the fight option will open up a menu that will allow you to control the different members of your party once their action bars, which are located on the right side of the screen, fill up. Selecting the auto option will make the computer conduct the battle for you, but the computer makes poor tactical decisions most of the time, so relying on it is inadvisable. Selecting the escape option, should it be available, will make a party run away from the enemy encounter and return you to the overworld. To continue the tutorial, select the fight option from the initial menu, then select attack from the menu that will appear on the right side of the screen when Kim's action bar fills up. Fine. Whenever the action bar fills up for one of the party members, you'll be able to select them and then choose a battle action for them to perform. The available battle actions, which are visible in the menu that appears in the bottom right corner of the screen after selecting a party member, vary between characters. However, all of the characters will have some, if not all, of the following options available: attack, special, defend, and escape. And that's after you select attack, by the way. Selecting attacks will prompt you to select the enemy that you want the specified party member to attack. Then make said party member attack the enemy that you chose. Selecting special will open up a menu that lists all of the currently available special skills for the specified party member. Once you select the desired special skill, you'll typically be prompted to select an enemy or ally, depending on your skill, on whom to use the skill. The party member will then perform the skill. Note that some skills can be used outside of enemy encounters as well as during them. Also note that while the game will prompt when new combat skills become available, it won't do so about a character's pre-existing skills, so be sure to check and familiarize yourself with them. Selecting defend will make a specified party member guard against attacks until their action meter refills. This will reduce the amount of damage that they take from enemy attacks until then. Selecting the escape option will make the party attempt to flee from the enemy encounter. If the escape attempt is successful, you'll be returned to the overworld. The battle ends when all of the enemies in the encounter have been eliminated, or if you succeed in escaping from the encounter. But the battle will also end if you're eliminated. Yes, I was about to say. However, if all of the party members are killed before that point, the game will end. As such, be mindful of the party's remaining hit points, which is indicated by HP, and any inflicted status conditions. Thank God. I've got no specials. During the course of the enemy encounters, the party members may be afflicted with any of the following status conditions: death, which obviously means they can't attack; depress, so there could be like reduce attack; anxiety, something along the line; jaundice, stunned, and Reagan. The death condition means that a party member has been killed or otherwise incapacitated. They must be resurrected, before they can perform any battle actions. The depressed condition means that a party member is experiencing a major depressive episode. They'll attack more weak. Okay, I thought that might be the thing. Take more damage from attacks, plus some each turn, and move slowly. The anxiety condition means that a party member is experiencing an acute panic attack. They'll frantically and uncontrollably attack enemies, and will miss more often than not. Right, so that could be like confusion. The jaundice condition means that a party member is violently externalizing their negative emotions. They'll uncontrollably attack both the other party members and themselves. Ooh, we do not want that one. The standard condition means that a party member has been temporarily incapacitated by a powerful attack and thus cannot take action. This is reflected by their action bar not filling up. The Regan condition is unique to Jessie, and it means that she's steadily regenerating the mana points that she needs to use her skills. If Jessie is afflicted with a different condition, her Regan status will be removed, but she does have skills that can restore it at any time. This concludes the battle system tutorial. Yay! With that settled, shall we be off? Jess has joined your party. Yay, we've finally done something. So, not normal, but regen. It's good that she can regenerate her MP. Burp P. Kind of reminds me of Off a little bit. You know, you've been selectively chosen to do a mission, and that mission involves you going about in different worlds and combating different people and creatures and stuff. So, in a way, this could remind you a bit of Off. But of course, it is in its own universe. Well, here goes nothing. Here goes nothing indeed, my friend. Oh, we are definitely on the surface now. We've only touched the surface of this game. I know, bad joke. Ooh. Signposts are being ripped off. It looks like the damage is even worse than I had expected. As you can see, what little there is left of the Hope Lab infrastructure is in very poor condition due to continuous attacks by the crawlers. The crawlers? Are they distinct from those enemies of Hope you mentioned? Ah, no, they are one and the same. They crawl along the ground and have inflamed yellow eyes, so they are also known as jaundice crawlers, or simply crawlers for brevity. I see. It looks like one of these lamps is still in okay shape at least. It looks almost like a street light. Reach out and touch it. Huh? Why? You'll find out why if you touch it. Don't wink at me. Oh, it turns on. Huh? That's nifty. How does that work? This is the crux of your power. It is in this way that the Chosen One will restore all of the lights of hope, which have been extinguished by the legions of the living darkness. I take it that's yet another name of for the enemies of hope. You take it correctly? Yeah, I see. Those hope lamps, once activated, will repel crawlers, so your mission is to reignite them and thereby protect the others who are passing through here. While seeing the lamps damaged to this extent is disconcerting, I believe it's not too serious a setback so long as you can restore the hope beacons. The hope beacons are lamps much larger than this one here. When all three of the beacons have been activated, the crawlers will be powerless to attack. Then why is there even a problem in the first place? Were these lamps and beacons not lit before I woke up here? That is likely part of the reason why the deities felt it necessary to bring you here to help us. The lamps and beacons once glowed as this one does now, but most have been snuffed out, if not outright destroyed like the others around us have. But how did the darkness consume the lamps, if the darkness itself are afraid of the lamps? There's something else going on here in the background which we don't know about. An entity is very likely responsible of this. I played a game not too recently, but recently enough for me to remember that amongst the deities of that place, there was one such deity that was consumed by darkness. I do not know how they managed this. I fear there may be greater crawlers with an immunity to this repulsion now, but I can't say for sure. I believe it's one of the deities. Or secretly it's Jessie. Or actually secretly could be Kimberly. If that's true, then wouldn't this entire mission be pointless? If the lamps can't repel them, then let's hope that I am mistaken. Though an active hope lamp will repel any crawlers that approach within a certain radius. It will also draw the attention to any outside that radius. Considering the level of damage here, it will doubtlessly be attacked should we linger here much longer. Right, let's get moving. One last thing. What's that? Just as your touch can activate the lamps, it should likewise be able to revive me in the event that I collapse from my injuries in battle. I will do my best to ensure that you will never need to use this ability, but I want you to be aware of it anyway. Kim can now use the special skill, Reanimate Jesse in battle. Of course, why would we not want to do that? Status, Iron Trident, we need some shield, we need some body gear, headgear, and an accessory of sorts. Lovely. I'm not overly keen on turn-based strategy games. However, that being said, I'm not trying to pull any strings or anything like that, but I'm oddly good at them. Train station, passage to above the sky. Wait, a train station? There are trains here? Yeah, just like in Off. There is one, yes. I'm not comparing this to Off, by the way, I'm just thinking of similarities. The entryway from above the sky to the surface, from which we exited earlier, lies on the outskirts of the surface. Thus, a railway was constructed for safe and swift transportation from the outskirts into the heartland. It is in the heartland that the 3 towers of Remembrance are located, and as such, we must head there presently. Lovely. Touch these lamps. Lovely. Lovely. So you're saying if we linger around for a long bit of time, we'll attract the attention of the crawlers? That wouldn't be a good idea, now would it? But we haven't entered battle yet. That could be well underway though. Like this. Is this passenger car all that's left of the train? Whatever do you mean? This carriage is the train. Really? It can move by itself? Why, yes, of course it can. It has hope lamps in its interior as the power supply, so all you need to do is activate those and we'll be able to ride it into the heartland. Hope power. That's pretty cool. I have infinite amount of hope. Does it mean I'll be able to infinitely restore the peace that's across this tainted world? This tainted reality? It's marvellous, isn't it? Thanks. What's that smell? That smell? Yeah, it smells like mold. Something stinks of mold and bile. I don't understand your meaning. That's okay. It's not anything major. Are you sure? This place has been abandoned for a while, right? It makes sense that it'd be a bit moldy here and there. There's an eye. Yeah. Okay, fine. What the hell? Believe in your friends. Convert negative energy. Steals from an enemy. Oh, that's nice. It's a bit like a siphon, really. No, I can't do that. Righty-ho. Okay, let's not do that. I have to be quite quick on this. Oh, yeeks, I did not mean to do that at all. I want to press downwards towards special. I thought literally attack would be that thing. Calm your mind, activates MP regeneration plus 10 PMP. Plus 10 MP. Lovely. Can I attack again? So that's why it smelled moldy, yes? Lovely. We did that. For now, relief washes over Kim. 150 experience points gained. So that's why you said it was moldy. Kim, are you alright? Here, I'll just restore our strength. What? blank was that? That was an enemy of hope. Well, yeah, I guess that much. But I was expecting them to look like people or animals or something. Not just some huge, horrible, reefing thing straight out of a nightmare. How is it still lurking around here anyway? Shouldn't the lamps we've activated here driven it away? We haven't actually done that because, you know, they're there and we automatically walked here. I do not know. Perhaps the material of the train carriage inhibited the propulsion. Or perhaps the crawler was merely trapped in the carriage. Truthfully, I've never witnessed the reactivation of any hope lamps before, so I don't fully understand their behaviour in this specific context. Perhaps the lamps require some time to power back up to full intensity? Again, I'm unsure. Okay, I need to calm down. That was much worse than I was expecting. I don't think I've ever been that scared before. Kim. You saved my life, Jesse. That crawler caught me completely off guard. If you hadn't been here, I would have surely been dead by now. Didn't say it. I didn't say what was on the text. I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much. Think nothing of it, dear. Your well-being and the completion of this mission are of paramount importance to me. Dear? That's right, you're a dear. Why am I a dear? Despite your fear and despite the concomitant danger, you interposed yourself between the enemy of hope and me during our skirmish just now. Well, it's just that you're unarmed, whereas I have a spear, you know. I couldn't exactly just stand aside and let that thing rush you. Yes, and doing something so courageous and so sweet makes you a dear. Surely you don't intend to deny me, the saviour of your life, the right to address you however I please, do you? Not at all. Not at all. By the way, in future confrontations, feel free to ask me for information about particular crawlers that are blocking our way. I don't call myself an expert, but I at least have a working knowledge of what sort of esoteric attacks we might suffer from the more common crawlers. You're welcome to ask as many times as you like, and I'll gladly tell you all that I know. Kim can now use that special skill called Request Information. Wait, Request Information in... I remember an ability like that in Off. I'm not gonna lie. I think you had that cat with you at the beginning, and then you can ask information about... Or am I getting that mixed up with something else? Yeah, I'm getting it mixed up with something else. But I remember something that was... something that allowed you to analyse the enemy's weakness. Right. Let's go on a party. Hey, Jesse. What is it, dear? Are you going to keep calling me that for the rest of the mission? You better believe it. What's on your mind? Are you the same as me? Have you also, died? I'm afraid not. In actuality, I'm quite a bit different from you. I'm not a lingering human spirit, nor am I any sort of human being at all. You aren't? Does it truly come as that much of a surprise to you? I suppose I just haven't given it any thought, since you look and act pretty much like any other person I've met. At least until you busted out the magical attacks and healing abilities, that is. How can you do all of that anyway? And if you aren't human, then what exactly are you? I was created by none less than that themselves, to serve by their command as a healing servant and a guardian alike to the chosen one. It is for this purpose that I was so graciously granted my healing ability by them. That is what I am, and that is how I am able to do the things I can do. Huh? I see. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that this Dimluge who made you is one of the supreme deities you've been mentioning. Yes, that's correct. If they're powerful enough to create you, then why do they need me to go and turn the lamps and beacons on? They were all active when the Demiurge created them, right? If so, I can't imagine that a Demiurge wouldn't be able to reactivate them as well. For that matter, why are they letting those cruel monsters run amok? Why not just make them cease to exist? Or banish them? Or do anything at all? I guess I just don't understand why they bother to drag me into all this, rather than using their divine power to take care of everything. I do not know. It is not my place to question the decisions and actions of the Demiurge. I'm very confident, however, that they have very good reasons for not intervening. Is that right? Let me guess. The Demiurge works in mysterious ways. My, what a lovely way to phrase it. I'll have to remember that. Never mind. Doing the Brock eyes. You know, it's odd. What's odd? Well, this is putting aside the possibility that this is all just some incredibly vivid dream I'm having. You said I've died, and with how I was feeling when I first woke up here, I can definitely believe it, but the thing is that I can't really remember anything like that at all. How I might have died, I mean. No matter how hard I try to focus on them, my memories of what I was doing right before I woke up here are still fuzzy. It's all in bits and pieces. The last thing I can remember is I was spending time with my friend, Robert, and his girlfriend, I think. I don't know. It's all so hazy. Same goes for the rest of my memories. It's like there's this thick blanket of fog covering it all up. That happens rather often with new arrivals on the surface, I believe. Your memories should be restored as you visit each of the 3 Towers of Remembrance, as their name suggests. Yeah, Towers of Remembrance. Makes sense. But I can't shake the feeling that I blocked them out for good reason. So you wanted to forget them in a past life? Oh, this is one of the towers. The first Tower of Remembrance. Indeed. It's incredible. Something about this feels familiar. Oh? Does it feel familiar to you in the same way as your trident? It's the exact same feeling, yeah, except this time it's much stronger. Though, now that I consider it, the word familiar doesn't fully describe it. Both the form of the trident and now this sight of a colossal, solitary building stretching far up above me against an overcast sky, they resonate with me. They resonate with you? How do you mean? It's hard to put it into words, but there's something about them that feels almost overwhelmingly familiar, despite being so weird and dreamlike. More familiar to me than the sight of my hands or my face in a mirror, or hell, even my own name. Turn the fan down there. It's like something very, very deep within me that's almost completely detached from the rest of who I am is resonating with this place. Then again, but again, it's such a potent feeling that I feel like familiar doesn't describe the full breadth of it. Not only are the impressions familiar, but there's this sense of longing. It feels like that deep, detached part of me wants more than anything else to return to whenever and whenever it was when I experienced those impressions. It's almost like nostalgia. Yes, that's what it's like. Nostalgia. But that doesn't make any sense. How could I possibly be nostalgic for something that I've never actually done? Or for somewhere I've never actually been and that may not even exist at all? Ugh, sorry about that. I got swooped up on my ramnations again. Does any of that make sense to you? I admit it is rather difficult for me to conceptualize this feeling you've described, as I've never felt anything remotely similar to it myself. It's precisely for that same reason, however, that I find it to be utterly fascinating. Although I may not have any insights to offer you, I'd still very much love to hear more about those ethereal impressions that resonate with you. Of course, before we do any of that, we should proceed into the tower and reactivate the Hope Beacon first. The Hope Beacon first. Just Hope Beacon, okay? That's all there is to this, okay? That's not it. That's not it, Chief. I should go to the tower first. Aww. But what if I want to go that way? Have you never thought of that equation, dearie? Yeah, we're called dear. And don't you forget it. Right, thank you so much for watching, folks. And we're going to be seeing each other's on the next time of Remembrance. This game feels oddly satisfying, because I really did like playing off. And that's what this game reminds me of. But in its own ways, it's got its own uniqueness to it, which I like. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you all in the next time of Remembrance, if we remember what we've been doing so far. Have a good day and take care of yourselves.